Welcome to Season 2 of Versus, Alfred Street Baptist Church's Bible-based trivia game show. Now, here are the upcoming announcements for this week.
We know that these are difficult and challenging times. We invite you to stay connected by participating in our online worship services and remain faithful in your giving online via our Alfred Street website, ASBC app, and on our text messaging system. If you have any questions about giving, please feel free to email our finance department at finance@alfredstreet.org. If you're interested in becoming a member of the historic Alfred Street Baptist Church, please email deacons with an S at alfredstreet.org or complete the membership form on our website or on our ASBC app.
Everyone is invited to join us for our communion drive-thru on Saturday, July 16th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Virginia Theological Seminary, also known as VTS, in Alexandria, Virginia. Remember, we continue to keep all COVID protocols in place. Therefore, please continue to wear your mask during this event. We look forward to seeing everyone on Saturday, July 16th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Virginia Theological Seminary, located at 3737 Seminary Road in Alexandria, Virginia. Registration is now open for the Alfred Street Baptist Church Sports Ministry's 24th Annual Eric M. Willis Memorial Golf Tournament, happening on Monday, September 26th at the Springfield Golf Country Club, located at 8301 Old Keene Mill Road in Springfield, Virginia. Early bird rates are now available and will end on July 30th. All proceeds will help pay school tuition for physically challenged and low-income students. Visit our website and register online today. Attention all active Alfred Street members only. Please note that our next virtual Zoom Church Council meeting will be held on Wednesday, July 13th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Family, I am unashamedly proud to share with you our book of the month, Game, by a personal friend of mine, Grant Hill. You know the name Grant Hill. It's synonymous with basketball excellence, being highly recruited right here out of Virginia, Duke University, 3 championship appearances, the NBA, the Hall of Fame, NBA ownership. He now announces games for the Final Four. He's married to Tamia, but behind all that success is also some personal pain and struggle. The Game is more than just an autobiographical journey. It's also a testament of wisdom and faith that I believe will be a blessing to each and every one of us. So do me a favor, go on out and get game and see if you got some game.
Our Office of Christian Care and Counseling would like to share that July is BPOC, Black, Indigenous, People of Color Mental Health Month. The goal of BPOC Mental Health Awareness Month is to raise awareness to the challenges that BPOC populations face with regards to mental health illnesses and treatment. Visit our website, alfredstreet.org, for additional tips and resources about how to maintain your mental health.
Our Alfred Street Foundation, in conjunction with our HBC committee and the Alfred Street Baptist Church, invites all high school sophomores, rising juniors, and rising seniors and their parents and grandparents to save the date of our 2022 HBCU Festival. It's being held on October 7th and 8th.
This year's HBCU Festival will be held at the University of the District of Columbia. That's right, this year we will be on the campus of UDC, located at 4200 Connecticut Avenue Northwest in Washington, D.C. So be sure to visit our website for more information.
Alfred Street's Music and Worship Arts and Drama Ministry needs you. Are you interested in participating in our dynamic ASBC Drama Ministry? If so, here's your opportunity to join today. On Saturday, July 23rd, join us in person and come out and meet our new director, Miss Renita Morsel, as she presents her vision for inspiring and motivating participants of the drama ministry. We are actively seeking new and veteran members. We invite teens and adults of all ages to attend this one-of-a-kind intercession. Refreshments will be served. Email drama@alfredstreet.org for more information.
Families, while our children and youth worship experience will be on our annual summer hiatus, we invite everyone to check out all of the opportunities Alfred Street has to offer for your child and children to stay connected, involved, and growing in God's Word. Do you want your youth to learn even more about financial literacy? This summer, the ASBC Finance and Budget Committee presents ASBC Legacy, a one-of-a-kind month-long financial class for middle schooler and high schoolers. So be sure to visit our website for more information. ASBC Children and Youth Ministries present Do Good Summer, where youth are invited to participate in a powerful summer of doing good in our community. All youth are invited to meet and serve in the community with Friends of Haiti as we partner with Deacon Vernon Hammett and the youth of Mission of Grace throughout the month of July for community service, worship, and fun. Email crossover@alfredstreet.org for more information. Our Higher Ground youth are leading the way with a drive to bless their peers in the DMV through the Hustlers Guild. Our teens need your help. If you are a youth and you would like to help lead this effort, or you would like to give, please email higherground@alfredstreet.org.
Hey Alfred Street family and friends, are you interested in purchasing any of our current or previous Alfred Street swag, t-shirts, and masks? If so, please visit our website to purchase yours today. Attention all active Alfred Street Baptist Church members. Have you updated your contact information and, more importantly, your cell or mobile number in our new membership-based software entitled Realm? If not, we encourage you to please do so as soon as possible. We're transitioning to a text-based notification and registration system as we prepare for our upcoming in-person worship experiences. Therefore, it's very important that we have your current mobile number on file in our Realm system. Please take a moment today and log into your Realm account to update and/or verify that we have the correct mobile number on file for you. If you have any questions about updating or gaining access to your Realm account, please email realm@alfredstreet.org. Hey Alfred Street, Versus is back in stock. Our Versus team has been working around the clock to create another batch of our popular Versus Bible-based trivia card game, and they're now available for purchase. That's right, purchase your set of Versus cards today before we sell out again. Visit our website or ASBC app and be the first to get your hands on Versus, a Bible-based trivia game by Alfred Street Baptist Church.
Hey Alfred Street family and friends, are you visiting us for the very first time? Or perhaps you're new to Alfred Street and you want to stay connected to us or receive the latest Alfred Street updates via text? If so, all visitors, text the word visitors with an S to our new direct text number 571-977-4525. That's 571-977-4525. Or if you're not a new visitor, but you want to receive the latest Alfred Street updates via text, please text the words ASBC News. That's ASBC News, no space between ASBC and News, to that same direct number, 571-977-4525. Again, text ASBC News to 571-977-4525. and you'll receive the latest Alfred Street updates about upcoming events and activities. Please note that data rates may apply, so please check with your phone carriers. We thank you in advance for worshiping with us virtually.
Hey Alfred Street, speaking of new things, our intercessory prayer ministry is introducing an ASBC prayer wall for 2022. It's praying time, so this ASBC prayer wall will be accessible 24 hours a day online. Visit our website and/or ASBC app for more info. You can also email prayer@alfredstreet.org for additional information.
We invite everyone to continue to join your Alfred Street ministers and family Monday through Friday for our popular 7 a.m. Eastern Time prayer call. Join us in prayer and praise Monday through Friday only by dialing 425-436-6277, access code 246114 #. Again, that's 425-436-6277, access code 246114 #. Our new prayer line number will accommodate up to 2,000 participants. However, once we reach capacity, we will continue to offer the playback option. Call our playback number anytime after 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time each day, Monday through Friday, and you'll be able to replay the prayer call that you missed. To reach the playback line, please dial 425-436-6278 and enter the access code 246114 #. Please note that this is not a toll-free number, and therefore, depending on your phone carrier, rates may apply.
Kid Street, Crossover and Higher Ground are back in session at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 1st, 3rd, 4th, and 5th Sundays. Parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, and or guardians, please make sure that you've registered your child or children to receive the most up-to-date information on all children and youth programmatic offerings. Alfred Street's Men's Ministry invites all men to join us virtually for weekly Men's Sunday School. Email men@alfredstreet.org to receive the Zoom virtual classroom information. Also, we invite you to tune in to our Faith Forward weekly radio broadcast featuring Pastor Howard John Wesley every Sunday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Magic 102.3 FM and 92.7 FM for a powerful sermon that will move you forward in your faith.
For more information on these and all the exciting events taking place here at Alfred Street, please log on to alfredstreet.org.
Perfect. There's no need to get it right the first time. But if you get the wrong answer, that's just what it is. We'll be right back. With each round, the teams have 2 lifelines. They can phone a friend, give them an answer, and see whether they trust it. And there's also a 50-50, where we'll take 2 wrong answers off the board and leave 2 right ones on. Competition called Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me. In this competition, you're going to hear a Bible quote, and the team just has to name the book.
It's time for Versus, a Bible-based trivia game show presented by Alfred Street Baptist Church.
Beloved, grace and peace be unto you. From God who loves us as a mother and a father, and Jesus Christ, who alone is our resurrected, our risen, our reigning, and our eternal Redeemer. I'm Pastor Howard John Wesley, and this is my partner in crime, the OTOG, the Reverend Dr. Judy Finchess Williams, and we are your hosts for this semifinal round of Versus. If you've been joining us on Tuesday night, you know that Versus is a new way to study the Bible. This is Bible study at its best. We're not only watching these teams compete, but online we're trying to figure out if you know the answers to these questions. How well do you know the Bible? Well, tonight we're going to find out how well one of these teams knows it and if they're ready to go on to the championship.
That's right. This is going to be a really tough round, Pastor Wesley. The Deacons are coming in strong, and I feel like they got a bit of a grudge from last year. Like they're really hungry to win, right?
Yeah.
And then we've got Higher Ground. Higher Ground did so well last year. So I can't wait to see how they do in this round.
Well, it's time for the semifinals. We started with 8, we're down to 4, and today one of them will make their way. Let's get ready to see who's going to be in the championship round. Let's welcome our two teams as we get ready to rumble.
We're back!
I'm Jessica Anderson.
I'm Diane Alvin.
And I'm Justin Simmons.
And we're fit for the fight.
Hello, I'm Deacon Allison Hilliard.
And I'm Deacon Bernard Grant.
I'm Deacon Johnny President.
We beat one team last time. We're going to beat the team today, and then we'll beat the one next week, so that we'll beat the champions.
That's what I'm talking about.
And it'll be over.
Family, we want to welcome you to the first semifinal round of Versus, where tonight we get to watch and witness the Deacons, who think they're going to walk away with it, against Higher Ground, who's ready and saying that they are fit for the fight. It's not only a competition between the Deacons and Higher Ground, it's an opportunity for you at home, on your laptop, on your cell phone, to see if you know the answers to these questions as well. Let's see how well you know the Bible. Our first round of competition mimics Jeopardy. There are going to be 5 categories with 4 questions differing in point value from 100 to 400, as well as level of difficulty. But to see who controls the board, we've got a flash round. In just a moment, teams, I'm going to ask you a very simple question. The first team to ring the buzzer correctly and answer gets control of the board. However, if you buzz in and you answer incorrectly, your opponent gets control of the board. Are you ready? Ready. Let's get to our flash round. Okay, teams, here is your question. And the first one to ring and answer correctly gets control of the board. Who is the only named daughter of Jacob? Deacons.
Dina.
Yes. No. What's her name? What is it? Delilah? Delilah.
Okay. I am sorry, that is incorrect. Higher Ground will take control of the board. The correct answer is Dinah.
I said Dina.
After 15-second pause, right? All right, let's get ready to get in the first round of Jeopardy. Dr. Judy will introduce the category of questions, and you can take control of the board, Higher Ground.
All right, for our first round of Jeopardy, we have the following categories. We begin with It Was All a Dream, which is about dreams and visions in the Bible. The next category, Last Call, is all about the alcohol. And then we have Crown Act, which is about hair in the Bible, also known as. In this category, you're going to get the name of someone, and you need to tell us the other name by which they are known in the Bible. All right, so if I were to say Howard John, you would say Pastor Wesley.
Best
all right?
preacher in the world.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
That was the other one. That was the other AKA. And then Mama said, statements by mothers in the Bible. Those are our categories. Remember, there is a daily double, and Higher Ground has control of the board.
Where are you going first, Higher Ground?
Which I want to go with. Dreams.
Yep.
Start with one.
It was all a dream for 100.
It was all a dream for 100. And remember, you have to answer the question in the form of a question. For 100 points, this man's journey to and from Egypt was informed by a dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Who is Joseph?
Who is Joseph is absolutely correct. According to the word of God, Joseph went in and out of Egypt based on a dream he received from the Lord. You still have control of the board and you have 100 points.
Keep it on.
All right. It was all a dream for 200.
It was all a dream for 200. Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's disturbing dream about these animals. Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's disturbing dream about these animals.
7 fat cows, 7 skinny cows. Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dream about these animals. What are the cows? Are there who's or what?
What are the cows?
What are the cows?
What are cows?
What are cows?
That is absolutely correct. Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dreams and they were about cows. Genesis 41 verses 1 through 4. Higher Ground, you still have control of the board and you have 200 points.
We're going to keep going with dreaming, so 300.
All right, it was all a dream for 300. Listen to the question carefully. God gave this man the gift to interpret all dreams. God gave this man the gift to interpret all dreams.
For Daniel, he
Joseph
interpreted
for
dreams.
Daniel.
Joseph for Daniel.
All dreams.
All
Pastor
dreams.
stressed the all.
Yeah, all dreams.
Joseph. Was it Daniel?
Daniel was able to interpret all the dreams that was brought to him.
It was Daniel.
And we already said Joseph for the what Jesus.
You have 10 seconds.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
If we had to pick one, maybe say Daniel. They read a lot of Joseph.
He was, but Joseph was the dreamer too.
He was a dreamer. He had the dreams. The
Daniel
interpretation of maybe Daniel.
All right, you want to do Daniel? All right.
Oh, Lord. You going to put it on me?
Who is Daniel?
Who is Daniel? Who were the dream interpreters in the Bible?
Daniel and Joseph.
Joseph.
Why do you think it was Daniel and not Joseph?
Because we're stressed.
Because Daniel was able to interpret all the dreams that came to him by Nebuchadnezzar. Joseph was only able to interpret Pharaoh's dreams and the cupbearers and yeah.
Well, believe it or not, you must read the Bible because the answer is Daniel. Daniel was given the gift by God to interpret all dreams. Awesome. Joseph had the ability, but it does not say that God gave him the gift.
Awesome.
All right, that's in Daniel chapter 1 and verse 17. High Ground, you're starting off strong. You still have control of the board and 600 points behind you.
Dream for 400.
You're going to clear out dreams.
Clear it out.
All right.
Clear it out.
Dreams for 400. It was all a dream. God told this king he was going to die in a dream. God told this king he was going to die in a dream. This one was tough, guys. I gotta admit it.
Was it Saul?
It's going to be tricky. We'll see what they do.
Was it, who was David?
The deacons are over here trying to figure it out.
Oh, no, but that wasn't a dream. That was from...
Yeah, that was the.
Yep.
It was tough.
God told this king he was going to die in a dream. Your time is almost up.
I don't think it was Absalom, but if that's what we got, then go.
I don't know anybody else.
Who is Absalom?
Who is Absalom is incorrect.
All right.
Now, Paul, deacons, you have an opportunity. You can try to steal the question and get the 400 points. You can simply take control of the board. If you try to steal and get it incorrect, Higher Ground continues to control the board. If you get it correct, you get the 400 points and you move on to control the board. Do you want to steal or do you want to pass?
It's 400 points. We'll pass.
You'll pass. The king that God told was going to die in a dream was Abimelech. In Genesis 21, it was Abimelech.
Wow.
I know what I'm saying.
All right. We are here, higher ground, 600. Deacons, you're at 0, but now you control the board. What category and what question?
Also known as.
Also known as, what point value?
100.
100. For 100 points, we're going to give you a name. You've got to give us the other biblical name. You ready? For 100 points, Simon.
Who is Peter?
Who is Peter? That is correct for 100 points. Congratulations. You still have control of the board. What's next?
Also known as for 200.
All right, for 200 points, the answer is Jedediah. Jedediah.
I love that look.
This is a good one.
Do you have a guess? May I have an answer, please?
We need an answer.
You did it. So you.
Zachariah.
I'm afraid that is not correct. All right.
Higher ground, you have a chance to steal the question or to pass and take control of the board.
You were right, Judy. We did not know.
Y'all are going to really love the answer for this one. This person's other name is Solomon.
Solomon's
Solomon.
Jedediah. Right?
Never got that.
Right? Beloved by God. That's what that means.
All right. Higher ground, you got control of the board.
Crown that for 100.
All right. Crown Act. For 100 points, he was described in a vision as having hair like white wool.
That's our Jesus.
You know it.
Who is Jesus?
That is correct. Well done.
For the record, if you are getting that wrong,
We would have stopped right there.
you cannot teach higher ground ever again. Okay.
My realm's just gonna stop working mysteriously.
All right, you have control of the board.
Crown that for 200.
All right, for 200 points, according to scripture, he never had a haircut.
So it's not Samson. It's not
Oh, he did have. They
He
did.
did.
Who never had a haircut?
You probably need it.
Right?
I go with you, Deacon. I trust you.
Who is Samuel?
That is not correct. So we're going to give the deacons an opportunity to steal
'Cause he
or
had to
simply
memorize.
gain control of the board.
He's a Nazareth. He's a Nazareth.
They sound like they know this.
Yeah, we'll take it.
All right, go ahead.
Who is Johnny Baptist?
You are correct. And you have 200 points and control of the board. That was a tough one.
Yeah,
All right.
because Samson could have been an option as well.
That's
but
right.
He has his haircut.
He did get a haircut. That's right.
Good job, Deacons. The score is 700 to 300.
Prayer was.
And you're in
cut
control.
the hair.
Let's go with Mama said for 100.
Mama said for 100. These are quotes from mothers in the Bible, and you have to tell us who the mother was. All right? For 100 points, here's the quote. Return home, my daughters. Why would you come with me?
Yes. Who is Naomi?
Who is Naomi is correct for 100 points. You are now still in control of the board. What category and what point value?
Mama said for 200.
Mama said for 200. Here's another quote from a mother. Tell me what mother it was. After the boy is weaned, I will take him and present him before the Lord.
Who is Hannah?
Who is Hannah is correct for 200 points. Deacons are rolling. You still have control of the board, and you're only 100 points behind higher ground.
Mama said for 300.
Mama said for 3. You're on the roll, huh? Right. For 300 points, here's the quote from a mother. I gave birth to him in pain.
This is an interesting one.
It really is.
Rachel. Yes. That's it.
Yes, yes.
No, but
There is a shift over there.
Who is Rachel?
Who is Rachel is incorrect. Higher ground, do you want to steal or just take control of the board? The score is 700 to higher ground, 600 for Deacons.
You want to just
I gave
pass?
birth to him and pain.
You want to just
I
pass?
thought it was Rachel. We might need to skip.
All
Just in
right,
case.
pass.
You're going to pass. You're going to kick yourself because you were correct. It's Jabez's mother.
That's what is her name?
So sorry about that.
Right. Jabez's mama. That's the name.
We'll take that up at the break. Higher ground, you take control of the board and you only have a 100-point lead.
Last call for 100.
All right, last call. This is a category I'm well acquainted with, Pastor Wesley. Where does alcohol make its first appearance in the Bible for 100 points? First time in the Bible.
First time in the Bible.
First time in the Bible.
Alcohol makes its first
Was
appearance.
Noah's children? Noah.
That's a tough one, Dr. J.
Noah did get drunk. Yeah. Noah got drunk and then a lot got
But
drunk.
that's supposed to be easy. People know that.
Right.
I know, this is great.
No.
So you want to go with Noah?
Noah's.
All right, we need an answer.
Who is in Noah's story? Or
Who is with Noah in Genesis 9:21? That is correct.
correct.
Well done. That's a good process. You figured it out. That's great.
My Lord.
All right, you
wanna
have
keep
control
going?
of the
Last call?
board.
Do we
You
want
want
to
to
keep
keep
going?
going? You want to keep going last call?
Child, I don't know now.
let's go last call 200.
All right. He fathered his own grandchildren after becoming drunk with wine for 200 points.
That's not Noah again.
No.
Yeah,
I
I bet it's
think,
okay.
I think it's Lot because the daughter
It's
had
Lot.
children.
Oh, it's Lot.
Who is Lot?
For 200 points, that is correct.
All
Praise the
right.
Lord.
I hope you all see a trend here that all of this drinking and drunkenness does not lead to anything.
It doesn't turn out well,
That's
Dr. J.
right. It does not turn out well. You still have control of the
Do
board.
there or the Crown Act? They all 300.
We're getting last call, right?
They're all tough.
Okay,
They're tough.
go for it.
Last call 300.
Okay. This Nazarite's mother was forbidden from drinking wine during her pregnancy.
That's
That's
Samson's mom. Samson's
Mary.
mom. Because the other
mother
Nazarite
of
would have been Samuel.
which was
And-
Hannah.
Yeah,
But
but she was
yeah,
pregnant.
she was
So
barren.
that must
Yep.
be Samson's mom.
So who is Samson's mother?
For 300 points, you are correct.
Wow. Good job, Higher
That brings
ground.
you up to
1,300.
1,300 points. And you still have control of the board.
Last call for 400.
Ooh, child.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
Ooh, that
Last call for last call.
Last call, here it is. Listen carefully. He used oil and wine to bandage another man's wounds.
Was that the Good Samaritan?
Yes.
That's all I got. I
Yeah,
promise.
that's all I
don't
got too.
know.
But did he banish the one?
He used oil right away. He did.
Yeah, okay.
So is it against it?
Yep.
Don't trust me all the way.
I'm trusting
Take all
you.
the time.
You went there. I think so. I don't know anybody else who bandaged like wounds.
Let's go.
All right. Who is the Good Samaritan?
For 400 points, you are correct.
Yes!
That
at
is
that.
correct. Look,
We still talking, Vicky?
verse
We still
34.
talking?
Hey, let's stay humble. Let's be
No,
humble.
that's right.
All right, we're gonna be humble.
Okay.
Wow.
We're gonna take the higher ground.
1,700
Yeah.
to 600.
This is interesting.
Higher ground's trying to get a stronghold, but it's far from over.
All right, higher ground, you are still in control of the board.
Only 5 questions left.
Crown Act 300.
Crown Act for 300. According to Proverbs, the only way to attain gray hair is
Grow old.
Keep living.
Isn't it to grow old?
Not dying.
Or wisdom?
all right. Think about Proverbs.
The gray hair.
Don't give me any help, Dr. G.
Is wisdom the only way to grow hair? Is to attain wisdom?
Yeah.
Is to
What is to attain wisdom?
Oh, that is not correct. It's very close.
It's a good guess.
It's very good.
I don't know.
All right,
Do you
deacons.
Take a risk.
Go for it.
Just pass and we can get control.
We'll pass.
All right, but you can pass, but you have control of the board. The answer is righteousness. Proverbs 16:31. Wisdom, righteousness. It was very close.
Okay.
Very close.
We tried.
All right, deacons, you have control of the board.
Let's go with Mama said for 400.
Mama said for 400. Here's a quote from a mother. Tell me which mother said this. The quote is, I am pregnant. And believe it or not, there's only one person in the Bible that says that.
With all the babies in the Bible, only one person says it. This is a good story.
That's why it's 400 points.
No, because the angel came. But it's hard because it's you could have said Rachel.
Right.
Potentially, but she got
Deacons, do you have a guess or an answer?
Could it be him?
Ooh, these are
Who said I am pregnant?
Who's Elizabeth?
Who is Elizabeth is a good guess, and it is incorrect. Elizabeth does not say I am pregnant. Higher ground, are we stealing or are we just going to pass and take control of the board?
the only guess I would have is Mary.
No, are we guessing? Are we guessing right now?
No, I'm just saying we don't gotta guess. I'm just saying, should we talk?
Oh, we're
before we
talking
say yes
together.
or no?
Okay, I
We're
thought you were talking to
I'm not
Pastor
giving
right
them
now.
an
Okay,
answer.
all right.
I'm just saying, how did she pull up to Joseph to say that
I don't know.
they found out? He just looked at it?
Are you gonna pass?
Okay,
or
I don't
steal?
know.
All right, we're gonna pass.
Gonna pass. The rationale sounds good, but Joseph is not informed by Mary.
Oh,
He's
the
informed by the angel
That's right.
that she's pregnant. You all won't believe this. The only woman in the Bible to say I'm pregnant says it to a man who doesn't want to hear it. Who knows he's about to get in a whole lot of trouble because she should not have gotten pregnant.
Tamar.
No, not Tamar.
Bathsheba.
And now he's got to have a cover up. Bathsheba goes to David and says, "Hey, we got to have a talk."
That's right. That's why that was 400 points.
That's right.
Wow, the score is 1,700 for higher ground. Deacons is 600. Higher ground, you have control of the board.
Crown Head, or also known as.
Do what?
Crown Head, or also known as.
Let's
Don't
try.
matter.
Why not?
All right,
Crown that for 400.
For 400
This is
points.
the daily double.
This is the daily double.
Oh, great.
That's why
You get
there's
the
two
wagers,
rings.
your point values to see if you get the question correct with the daily double.
Oh, Father.
I'll give you a second to think about how many points you want to wager.
Do we still get the points if we say 0 and get 400 or no?
No, if you say 0, you only get the 400,
Okay,
but you
got
can
it.
wager more than that if you
Okay.
desire.
All right.
You know, if your wisdom told you 0,
I'm just not trying to lose any
you're
points.
trying to lose.
All right, 0 right now.
Okay.
Not 1,700.
Okay.
You can't risk it.
No. So here we go. For 400 points in the daily double, his beautiful hair weighed more than 200 shekels when it was cut annually.
Wow.
No, it's still.
When it was cut annually.
Can you imagine that?
It's in our thing, the 200
Who had hair like Absalom?
Joab was killed by Absalom. Did Joab kill Absalom?
I think so.
Then it's Absalom. I think
Go
so.
try it. All right.
Who is Absalom?
You are correct.
My goodness.
Absolutely.
How did you all know that?
Because we read our Bible to make us better Christians.
There's still plenty of time, and we've got 2 more clues here.
Also known as for 300.
300.
Also known as, here's a name, Hadassah.
Esther. Who is Esther?
Get it.
We don't
You
need
were
to talk
quick
about
on the
it.
draw with
that.
that.
And yes, you're right. Hadassah is Esther. You
For
are correct for
300
300
points.
points.
Sorry, team.
Hey, no, if you know it, we with it. We with it.
Pull up.
Keep
the motor running.
You are in control of the board. There's only one question left. Under also known as for 400, you have 2,400 points. The Deacons are at 600. I'm going to give you a name. You give me the other biblical name. Tabitha.
Dorcas. Who is Dorcas?
Yep.
That is correct.
Yep.
For another 400
Get him
points.
out of here.
Get 'em.
Wow. Dr. we have come to the end of the first round of Jeopardy. And right now, Higher Ground is in at 2,800 points. The Deacons are in at 600. We're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to see if the Deacons can catch up and live up to their prophetic promise. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
us at one of our online services that take place online on Saturdays at 6 p.m., Sunday morning at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., and 2 p.m. Please visit alfredstreet.org or be sure to download our Alfred Street Baptist Church app in iTunes or in the Google Play Store.
Hey Alfred Street, Versus is back in stock. Our Versus team has been working around the clock to create another batch of our popular Versus Bible-based trivia card game, and they're now available for purchase. That's right, purchase your set of Versus cards today before we sell out again. Visit our website or ASBC app and be the first to get your hands on Versus, a Bible-based trivia game by Alfred Street Baptist Church.
Welcome to the semifinals of Versus, where we have Higher Ground in the lead with 2,800 points over the Deacons, who are at 600 points, but it is still anybody's game. So now we're coming into the second round of play. Pastor Wesley, what are we doing?
So this one's called Making a List. We're going to ask you on your iPads to list anything that comes up under the category we share. You get 10 points for every correct answer. So we may ask you to name all the books of the Bible. You get 10 points for every correct answer, and there's no loss of points for an incorrect one. Are you clear? Okay, so your first list is this. You all know what a proper noun is, right? A person, place, or thing. You've got 2 minutes to give us any proper noun in the Bible that starts with the letter J. You have 2 minutes. Jerome? No Jerome. Julio.
No Julio.
No Julio.
No
Okay.
Jaquan.
No.
Nope.
Oh man.
There's some good names. This is good. So, Pastor, if we had the category of all the books in the Bible, I would imagine most of us would get that. I don't know. They get all 66. Well, I don't know. They'd get all the New Testament.
Yes, I get all the Old Testament. That's what I was right.
It's the letter.
It's the letters, right? The letters. Oh,
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I go from Genesis to Zechariah.
Right. Yeah.
You have 30 seconds. At home, how many things can you get that start with the letter J?
Yeah, that is
10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Time is up. Those will be submitted, and we'll come back in just a second to see how many points you got. So now we get to see what the scores were for making a list. The deacons were behind, so we're going to see what they came up with. Proper nouns in the Bible that start with the letter J. Let's see what you all came up with. Jacob, Jeremiah, I assume that would be Jeremiah. Jabaz. What was that?
Jochebed.
Jochebed will actually have to correct, because that is a correct point value. Jesus, who is that? Jedediah, who we just had. John, Jeroboam, Joseph, Joachim, Jude, Jephthah, Jethro, and James. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 correct answers for 140 points. Congratulations, Deacon. That's not bad at all. All right. Let's find out what Higher Ground came up with for proper nouns that start with the letter J. You all had Jeremiah, Jezebel, Jerusalem, Jacob, Jedediah, Joash, Josiah, Joab, Joel, Jonah, Joseph, Jacob's ladder. All right. Jerubbaal, Jude, Judas Iscariot, John the Baptist, Jireh. Let me pause and tell you all, no one came up with cities and rivers and places in the Bible.
Jordan.
But for all of that, how many points? Can we go back to see how many points that you all had for the letter J? So say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 for 180 points. Good job, Higher Ground. With that, our score is now Higher Ground 3,020, Deacons 740. But it's not over. There's another list coming. Dr. J, tell me what the next list is.
The next list would be proper nouns beginning with the letter Z.
Proper nouns beginning with Z. And remember, places count as well. You've got 2 minutes. This is another hard one, Dr.
This is. It will be interesting to see if we get any place names on this one. I think I can come up with one place.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only one.
Yeah. Oh, man. Places.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh!
Wrap your head. Yeah.
That's good.
We ought to have a team together, Dr. Jude. You and I versus the champion. You see what they do.
That would be interesting.
Give us one more 60 minutes.
Yeah, that would be good. We could do it. This is good. This is good. If you're working on this at home, don't use your phone or Google. See what you can come up with
Google
on your
does
own.
not count. You have 60 seconds.
You did okay?
This was hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
What other letter would be hard? What's the B?
What about
B could be a lot.
B?
A lot of B's.
Yeah.
D?
D. What about R? I could not think of
Ooh.
That's not very.
Hey.
Wow. No, I could probably think about maybe 4 or 5 R's.
Oh, I got 2. So you're ahead of me.
Most of the women.
All right, now I just got another one because you said that.
10 seconds.
That's right. Ooh, this is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Submit it to the judges, and we'll see what your point values were. Just so you know, we corrected the score. It's still 3,020, 740. We'll send this to the judges and see what kind of points you got for making a list with Z. Dr. Judy's so mean, so mean.
Because I did that. This was hard. I don't know about that. That's good. All right, let's see how we did on this second round of Make a List. Proper nouns beginning with the letter Z. This was tricky. Deacons, you had, I'm going to say that's Zerubbabel, and Zechariah, and Zephaniah, and Zion, and Zedekiah, which means you had 5 correct. You had 740 points, and now you have a total of 790 points. Look at that. Wonderful job, Deacons. Those are some great Z names. 5 correct. Now let's see how Higher Ground did. All right, Higher Ground, you started out with 3,020 points, and you have on your list Is that Zacchaeus? Is that who we're
Zacchaeus, yeah,
going for?
climbs up the tree.
Zacchaeus,
Yeah.
all right. Zion, Zephaniah. Who's Zena?
We don't know,
We
but
don't know.
Dr.
We heard.
Zena is
Yeah.
here in the church. we figured that had to be for
All right.
Lord.
And Zola. And all right, I know this is Zelophehad from Numbers,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Oh, yes. OTOG gives special thumbs up. And Zerubbabel, which means you have 7 correct, which means that your total score now is 3,090 points.
Good job, both teams. Good job. We've got one more list for you. I know you all loving this. One more list.
Just a list.
Are you
we
ready?
know.
We've got one more list for you of making a list, and then this time, I'm asking you to make a list of everything you can think of in the Bible that comes together in sets of 7. How many 7s do we see in the Bible? Things that come together in sets of 7. You have 2 minutes.
Let's go.
Let's see, there were the 7 disciples.
Oh, yeah, we're already in trouble.
7 tribes of Judah.
No. 7 brides for 7 brothers. That was a musical, I think. That's not the Bible.
Let's see. There were the 7 sheep.
No.
7 plagues.
No. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. So they say 7 is the number of perfection. So we'll see how many 7s. And I think you were telling me, Pastor, this is now a really popular baby.
It is the most popular baby name.
Oh,
We're sitting out these
interesting.
days. The baby's named after 7.
Huh.
Go figure.
There's 7 days in a week. I'm sure they did.
They're doing all right.
You have 60 seconds.
Don't be perfectionist. Just put it out there.
Remember, it's better to guess and get it wrong
Yes.
than not throw it out. I say 7 from everything. 7 daughters, 7 sons, 7 cars, whatever.
That's good. This is good conversation.
He did have some
Yeah, he did.
sons.
He did.
Keep going.
Job sons.
30 seconds, teams. 30 seconds.
Cities. 3, 6, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, but they were sitting there. Could be wrong, but whatever.
Yeah, you put it in.
Sheep? Sure. I don't know where. Why not?
Time is up. Ooh, that was a tough one for 7. So we're going to submit it to the judges and see what points we have. Right now, the Deacons 790, higher ground 3,090. It's still not over. Let's see what the point values are for sets of 7. All right, we're making a list and we're checking it twice to see what the scores are. Right now, higher ground is at 3,090. Deacons at 790. You have to make a list of things in 7. Let's see what you came up with in the Bible. 7 days of creation, the 7 deadly sins, the 7 trumpets in Revelation. That's a good one. The 7 seals in Revelation, the 7 churches in Revelation. Somebody's been reading that last book of the Bible. The candlesticks actually weren't in 7, but we do get the 7 stars, right? 7 days of the week, we said that's more like creation, so we're not going to let that one go. The 7 Job's sons, good one. The 7 cities and the 7 sheep, you got 9 correct for 90 points, which now means you're coming in at 880. Good job, Deacons, on that set of 7. Higher ground. How you think you did?
You think we did all right?
Think you did all right with
I think we
7s?
did all right.
They've been reading Revelation.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah,
All right, higher ground. Oh, the 7 seals, the 7 stars, 7 days of creation, The 7 locks of hair on Sam. Right? The 7 years of famine, right, in Genesis. The 7 years of plenty, back to back. The 7 skinny cows and fat cows. We had that question, right? The 7 signs in the book of John. There was a good sermon series in that recently, wasn't it? Oh my God. That touched my soul. Amazing. You got 9 right as well, which means you're now at 3,180 points. Good job, 9 and 9 for sets of 7. Listen, it's 880 for the deacons, 3,180 for higher ground, but it ain't over. We're about to go to double jeopardy, where the points are double valued and the deacons start with control of the board. If you run the board, you'll run them out the house. We'll see what's going to happen right after this break. We'll be back for our semifinal verses.
Hey Alfred Street family and friends, are you interested in purchasing any of our current or previous Alfred Street swag, t-shirts, and masks? If so, please visit our website to purchase yours today.
Attention all active Alfred Street members only. Please note that our next virtual Zoom Church Council meeting will be held on Wednesday, July 13th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Online registration is now open for this virtual Church Council meeting. However, you must be an active member of Alfred Street Baptist Church who has received the right hand of fellowship in order to participate virtually. The deadline to register is Tuesday, July 12th at 12 p.m. noon Eastern Time. Once you have registered, you will receive the Zoom link on Wednesday, June 8th, the same day of the meeting. Please remember to check your junk or spam folders for your Zoom link if you don't see it in your email inbox.
Welcome to our double jeopardy round. At this point, the deacons have 890 points and higher ground is in the lead with 3,180 points. But remember, this is double jeopardy, so it's still anybody's game. Tell us what we have, Pastor.
Well, we're getting ready to go into double jeopardy. We've got 5 categories. The same rules apply as the first one. There's a double jeopardy question where you can wager your points. That might work to your advantage, and the point values increase as we go forth. You have a chance to steal or to pass if the team gets it incorrect. Let me introduce the 5 categories that you're going to have for double jeopardy. You've got these categories that are coming up. You heard it here first. These are questions that come out of sermons from one of your favorite pastors who introduced things that you should have been paying attention to. We've got questions that need answers. People that ask questions in the Bible. You make me sick. Sicknesses and illness in the Bible. In living color, about colors in the Bible. And then I got next about succession and who follows who in the Bible. You all ready to get started? Deacons, you've got control of the board and you've got an opportunity to increase your score right now. What are you going with first?
We're going to start with, you heard it here first for 200.
You heard it here first, 200. I can't ask these questions. I'm going to let Dr. J go.
All right, deacons, for 200 points. This Greek term used for death in the Bible is connected to the origins of this famous Marvel movie character. Greek word for death.
Y'all remember what sermon that was?
This was not long ago.
This was not long ago. I know Dr. Judy loves this one.
It is.
Do you all remember the sermon?
It's. What is his name? He has the rings.
All right, time's up. Can you give us a Greek term used for death? Give us a guess, deacons.
When I hear it, I'm gonna be so mad.
All right.
Say something.
Say something.
What is...
Okay.
What is
All right. Well, that is not correct. And so now we're going to give higher ground an opportunity to steal or simply take control of the board.
We are going to steal because we remember the sermon. I think.
It's Thanatos or Thanos. It's one of the two.
Yep.
That's great. You are correct. You got both of them. have Thanatos, which is the Greek term, and Thanos is the variation that we see in Marvel's Avengers Infinity War.
Hold it.
I don't want to do
Endgame,
that,
all
the
though.
things. All right, you have control of the board.
Which one you want to do?
I don't know about these sermons. Pastor's right there. That's
No pressure, no pressure.
No pressure.
Hold top.
Yeah, oh, maybe you try it.
Questions that need answers for 200.
Questions that need answers for 200. I'm going to read a question, and on this one, I want you to tell me who is the speaker. Are you ready? My God, why have you forsaken me?
Jesus.
Who is
Who
Jesus?
is Jesus?
Who is Jesus is correct, but it can also be David because Jesus is quoting Psalm 22:1. So both of those would have been acceptable
We didn't know
answers.
that.
High ground, you got 200 points. What will be your next? Where you stay?
Maybe, yeah.
You make me sick for 200.
All right. You make me sick for 200. This travel companion of Paul was also a doctor. This travel companion of Paul was also a
The
doctor.
only doctor I know is Luke. I don't know, and I don't remember him companioning
Paul
Paul.
also traveled with Barnabas and Timothy.
With who?
Barnabas and
Barnabas?
Timothy. Yeah.
And Timothy.
Yeah, but Timothy, I don't think was a
And
brother.
Mark, the other Mark.
John Mark, but they
John Mark.
separated.
I don't know any of them as doctors.
Me neither. But
Maybe
Do you have an answer, Higher Ground?
The only doctor I know is Luke, but don't do what you think, Deacon.
We're going to say who is Luke.
Who is Luke?
Yes.
The author of Luke and Acts?
Wow, I feel shame.
According to Colossians 4, he was a travel companion of Paul, and he is known as a doctor, correct? For 200 points. High ground.
Can we
200
pause
points.
for a moment here, Pastor, and say, trust your first mind.
Always trust
Yeah.
your first mind. You still have control of the board. The score is 3780 to 890. Higher ground, where are you going?
We're going in living color for 200.
In living color for 200. When Miriam was struck with leprosy, her skin turns this color. For 200 points.
White is leprosy. But I don't know if there's a difference.
Actually, do you remember why Miriam was struck with leprosy?
As a
That's
matter of fact,
200. It
I
can't be
do.
some
But
wild
the
card.
audience may not, so let me inform.
Why do I feel like this is a trick
It's a good
question?
time for a moment. Because Miriam and Aaron spoke against
and her
Moses, their leader,
Aaron
and did not
both
want to
messed up,
follow
and only
the
Miriam
man
got
of God.
leprosy.
And God had anointed and ordained. God struck her with leprosy.
Pastor, I think time's up.
Time's I'm sorry, time's up.
See, Miriam and her brother, I think, were both messing up, and then Miriam's the only one that got leprosy.
And the color was,
We're going to say what is white.
that is correct for 200 points.
All right, high ground. The board is still yours.
All right.
Where are we going?
No, let's not do that.
I don't know. I don't know who
Yeah.
goes after who, but that's a 200.
I know, but
Okay, I trust you.
In living color for 400.
In living color for 400. These two men in the Bible were believed to be redheads.
Child.
Ooh.
Redheads.
Gingers in the
They
Bible.
must be brothers.
They gotta be
Let's think of
brothers.
some brothers.
You got,
The sons of Zebedee?
you got Jacob and Esau.
Jacob and Esau.
Esau was hairy, but I don't
He was
remember if
hairy.
they
I don't
did
remember
the
if he
hair
was
color.
red.
Interesting.
Maybe it was Jacob and
Thank you.
Esau.
Yeah.
This is good.
You could do Esau and Jacob just for a sake, or you could do
Wonder how many people at home know this.
This is a tough one.
This one got me.
All right, higher ground.
Maybe not.
I need an answer. These two men, we know they're men, were redheads, considered redheads.
We're going to go with who is Jacob and Esau.
I'm sorry, that is not correct.
No. Nice try.
Deacons, you have an opportunity to steal or simply take control of the board.
We should just pass because we need to get control of the board.
Okay.
We need to get
Take a risk.
like some
Take a
pass.
risk.
Unless
No,
you know.
have some faith. What are
Bernard
we
wants
gonna
it.
do?
Bernard,
Have
I
some
see it. I
Exactly.
see it in you. You want it. You want it, Bernard.
No. Unless you are
Yeah,
100%
no.
sure, we need to pass.
We're going to pass but take control of the board. This is a great question. The answers are Esau. Both Esau and David were described as
being ruddy.
ruddy, red. Ruddy is red.
Sorry, Bernard.
Were you Bernard?
Sorry, buddy.
Bernard, were you right? Oh!
He was right.
What did Dr. Judy just tell you all?
He was right. That's all right. That's all right. You got control of the board. That's all right.
You got control of the board.
Control of the board. Listen to
Right.
Bernard.
I got next for 200.
I got next for 200. What I'm going to give you is a name. You name the successor. I'll give you a name. You tell me who followed. Elijah.
Elisha.
Who is Elisha?
Elisha.
Elisha is correct. The successor of Elijah was Elisha. You still have control of the board, deacons.
Okay, we'll go to the 400s, but not pastors.
Who got next for it?
For 400 points, Abel.
Abel was first, then Cain. Or no?
Seth.
Oh.
Who is Seth?
That is correct for 400 points.
Good job.
There we go. You still have control of the board.
Okay, questions? Or either one.
Questions that need answer for 400.
Questions that need answer for 400. For 400 points, I will give you a quote. You tell me who spoke it. How long, Lord, will you forget me forever?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a tough one, Dr. Judy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's good.
I think it's in Psalms.
Okay. Okay.
400. For 400 points, who is David is correct. Well, how did you think it was David?
It's in Psalms.
It's in Psalms. Very
Well
good.
done.
Very good. 400 points. You're bringing it up, 1890 to 3980, and you still have control of the board, deacons.
Okay, you want to do...
You make me sick for 400.
For 400 points, you make me sick. She was sick, died, and Jesus brought her back to life. She was sick, died, and Jesus brought her back to life.
It's one of the disciples. No, it's not. Oh, gosh. Oh, yes, that's it. Yeah, it's the Septarian that said it because it was the
I feel a quickening over here.
Trust your first mind. What Dr. Judy said.
Who is the centurion?
Who is the
Centurion's daughter.
centurion's daughter?
Who is the centurion?
Who's the centurion's daughter? That is incorrect. Higher ground, you have an opportunity to steal or take control of the board. She was sick, died, and Jesus brought her back to life.
Jairus' daughter.
Jairus' daughter is correct. For 400 points, it was Jairus' daughter,
Very
the
close.
centurion's son or servant. The centurion's servant that was sick. That's correct. So higher ground, you got 400 points for that, and now you take control of the board. You have 4,380 points.
First for 400?
Yeah, or you make me sick, one of those two.
Let's do 600 then.
I don't know.
You make me sick for 600.
You make me sick for 600. Her sick son was brought to her after complaining to his father, saying, "My head, my head." Her sick son was brought to her after complaining to his father, saying, "My head, my head." Actually, this was me. This is your question.
I actually, no, I don't think so. I think this was you, Pastor Wesley.
No, I remember being in the meeting. This was you. You made me sick, Judy.
Yeah, did I do this for real?
This was you.
Then I guess it's a good question.
I guess I'm.
All right, higher ground.
I don't.
Higher ground, do you have an answer?
We do not have an answer.
You do not have an answer. All right. Deacons, do you want to pass or steal?
Pass. We don't have an answer.
Wow. Dr. Judy, you want to tell them who this was?
This was the widow of Zarephath.
No, the Shunamite. The Shunamite woman.
Okay, glad we didn't guess.
2 Kings 4:19.
Okay,
The son says, my head. It's
My
the
head, my
Shunamite
head.
woman's son. All right.
All right.
Deacons, the board is yours.
In living color?
You live in color for 600 this morning.
In living color for 600 is the Daily Double.
All right.
right.
Here's an opportunity to get some points. You get to wager your points. You get double of what you wager, or you'll lose what the wager was. If you wager 200, you'll get 4, or you'll lose 2.
1,000 points?
1,000.
All right, I love it. Come on, deacons. Here we go. For 1,000 points.
2,000 if they get it right. 1,000 if they lose 1,000 if they get it wrong, Dr. J. Wow. That's why it's daily double.
Listen. How many colored stones were on the high priest's breastplate? How many colored stones were on the high priest's breastplate?
They can either get 2,000 or go back down to one, go to 890. This is tough.
Yeah, I think that's right.
What is 12?
You are correct.
2,000 points. Wow. The answer is 12. How did you come up with the number 12?
Tries it.
Yes.
Wow. Now that question I came up with.
Wow. 3,890 to 4,380. It is now back in the heat of battle.
Let's do this.
Their spirit just came back.
Hallelujah. Souls are revived. Hope is here.
The board is still yours. What do you have?
I got an extra 600.
Oh, okay.
All right. I got an extra 600. I'm going to give you a name. You tell me the successor. Judas.
Oh,
This is a tough one.
Matthias is, yep.
Who is Matthias?
Who is Matthias is correct for 600 points. Deacons, well done. The board is still yours, and you have gone into the lead.
We got the lead?
Stay humble.
QTNA for 600.
Questions that need answer for 600. I'm going to give you a quote. You tell me who asked the question. Will not the judge of the earth do what is right? Will not the judge of all the earth do right?
Yes.
For 600 points.
This is Abraham.
Abraham. Who is Abraham?
Abraham is correct for 600 points. Deacons on a roll. The board is still yours.
Okay, what do we want now? Yeah, we can go back to Pastor. You heard it first.
Pastor for 400.
Pastor for 400. All right, for 400 points. There are 3 annual feasts that required the Israelites to make a pilgrimage to Jerusalem: Passover, booths, and
Weeks. It's weeks. Trust me, it's weeks.
Okay.
Yes.
What is weeks?
you know, Pastor Wesley, you preached on this not long ago.
I sure did.
And you said there were 3 pilgrimages. There's Passover, booths, and the
Ramadan.
Feast of Weeks.
Weeks.
Well done.
Correct.
All right, you have control of the board.
It is
Extra
Pentecost.
credit. It is Pentecost.
We want those points. We want
No. You still have control of the board, deacons.
Ooh, only the hard ones left, Judy.
Yes.
Pastor for 600.
Pastor for 600.
Pastor for 600.
That is not the name of this category.
All right, pay attention. The Hebrew titles of the first 5 books of the Bible are derived from this. The Hebrew titles for the first 5 books of the Bible are derived from this.
Or it's the Pentateuch or the Torah.
Listen to the question.
Where it's
Okay.
derived from.
The Pentateuch, because the first.
They got it.
What is the Pentateuch?
That is not correct.
All right.
Higher ground?
We're going to pass and take control.
All right. So the answer is that the names of the books, of the first 5 books of the Bible, come from the first word or the first significant name of each book.
That's right.
Right? So Genesis, the first word is Bereshit. That's the name of the book. The Hebrew titles for the books. And that was from Pastor Wesley. That wasn't from me.
That was from a sermon that Pastor Wesley preached.
Listen to it again, because I know that.
I get it again.
All right.
Higher ground. Higher ground. You're down 4380 to 5490, but they're all 800-point questions left.
This is anybody's game.
It is.
Pastors was hard, and the deacons know it, so don't do that.
Well, none of them gonna be easy at this point. Just to see who goes to the championship.
That's right.
And living color for 800.
In living color for 800 points, and here is your clue. The color of the hem of all the high priest's garments.
What was the color?
The color of the hem of all the high priest's garments.
I feel like purple and red. It's the only color.
This is not easy.
If you don't read
The
your
Catholic
Bible,
priest
you
Listen.
read
have
on
no
the Bible.
way
Isn't
of
that
knowing
right?
this.
If you want to be the champion.
You gotta if you want to be the champion on verses, you have to read your Bible.
This,
Let's do it.
yeah, I didn't see
Alright.
this part in the Bible, but here we are.
What is red?
That is not correct.
All right.
Oh, it is not
All right,
red.
Deacons, what would you like to do?
We pass.
Yeah, y'all playing a strategic plan here to win. Huh? Yeah.
All right.
It's white though.
No, the answer, according to Numbers 15:38, is blue.
Oh my God, I said that.
Trust your first
Now, 2 or 3 of y'all have had an answer that
She did.
All right.
You have
Deacons,
control of the board.
is yours.
I got next for 800.
I got next for 800. That's you, Dr. Judy.
All right. Who succeeds this person? I'll give you a name. Nebuchadnezzar.
Belshazzar.
Who is Belshazzar? Belshazzar.
I'm sorry, that is not correct.
High ground. Do you want to take a
ground.
stab?
We're passing.
Everybody's
We don't know.
passing.
We knew that was wrong, but we didn't know what was right.
The answer is Darius.
Yep.
In terms of emperors who take over the world, right? Nebuchadnezzar
All
is
right.
Darius.
All right. Still 3 clues on the board.
You're bored, high ground.
Question.
Or you want to do his?
Huh?
You want to do which one? We
Maybe
can do.
sickness or questions.
All right.
Unless y'all remember Pastor Wesley's sermons like
Let's
that.
do Pastor Wesley's sermon because everybody sing that.
They're avoiding
and
this,
then,
Pastor.
they
It's
might
gonna
like
come.
the other ones if we
I
get
feel like
it.
they've been good on Pastor
Okay.
Wesley's.
All right.
I don't know. I trust your betting mind.
You make me sick for 800.
You make me sick for 800 points. And here it is. God afflicted this wicked king of Israel with an incurable bowel disease. God afflicted this wicked king of Israel with an incurable bowel disease.
This is you.
Who did?
This is the first case of IBS in the Bible.
Which tickles you so?
I'm a boy. Boys find these things fun.
So Samuel was all
All right.
Which king had IBS?
Do we know? Who is Manasseh?
Manasseh is incorrect.
All right,
Deacons.
Deacon Grant.
You got this one, Johnny? Are you all gonna pass or take it?
Take a risk.
I
Step
think
out
go
on
go
faith.
for it. You guys got to build your lead because
Yeah,
Final Jeopardy's coming.
I remember. I just can't think of the name, so we're gonna pass.
You gonna pass? Well, according to 2 Chronicles 21, Jehoram, the Lord gave him.
Okay, good.
an incurable
Good. We
that was
good.
a
We good. Yes.
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 All right. There's only one question left on the board, Deacons. No, I'm sorry. There's 2. There are 2. Are you going with you heard it here first, or questions that need answers?
Fortunately, the answer for 800.
I'm in my feelings now. Okay? I'm in my feelings. Okay?
They just
I
don't
work
want
hard
to
to teach
disappoint
you.
you.
Questions that need answers. For 800 points, I'll give you a quote. You tell me who said it. But if the Lord is with us, why has all this happened to us? If the Lord is with us, why has all this happened to us for 800 points?
Who is Gideon?
Who is Gideon is correct. In Judges 6:13, Gideon asked the question, if God is with us. 6,290 to 4,380. It's still close. There's one question left. Dr. Judy, give them a quote or a question from a sermon they heard somewhere.
The final clue on the board.
Final clue.
You heard it here first. According to Jewish Midrash, Amenhotep II's daughter, Dormalthus, is also known as Amenhotep II's daughter. What is she also known as?
Is that Bala? Is that Moses? Is that where we are?
What sermon was this in? Was this Mother's Day?
No.
I don't know.
It's Bala.
I'm pretty sure it was, Pastor. Don't get your feelings hurt. I think this was the Mother's Day sermon.
B-I-L-A.
It's Bala. Y'all better get this right.
Yes.
Because your pastor's in his feelings right
Who
now.
is Bala?
But yeah, we could spell it.
Oh, try spelling.
It's Beyah. It's Moses' adoptive mother.
That's still wrong.
I'm sorry, that's not the correct
That is
answer.
not correct. All right, higher ground.
You needed higher ground.
Batia. Who is Batia?
That is
Bati is correct. It's Batya.
And
Do you remember what it means?
Moses is.
You told us it's like daughter of and
Daughter of God.
Daughter
Right.
of God.
Daughter of God.
Nice.
See?
We already know it's hard over here, okay?
Yeah.
We ain't just getting no double jeopardy.
All right, now that they got it right, Pastor, that was your Mother's Day sermon, wasn't it?
That was Mother's Day sermon. That is
a good
correct. That is
sermon.
correct.
Good,
Listen,
good.
higher ground is 5,180. The deacons are slightly ahead at 6,290. After the break, we're going to come back and it's Final Jeopardy. We're going to give you a category. You've got to wager your points in advance, and then we'll come back and give you the question, and we'll see who wins. It's still real close. We're going to find out which one of these teams is on their way to the championship. Will it be the Deacons or will it be Higher Ground? We'll find out when we come back to Final Jeopardy in just a moment, everybody.
Our Office of Christian Care and Counseling would like to share that July is BPOC, Black, Indigenous, People of Color Mental Health Month. The goal of BPOC Mental Health Awareness Month is to raise awareness to the challenges that BPOC populations face with regards to mental health illnesses and treatment. Visit our website, alfredstreet.org, for additional tips and resources about how to maintain your mental health.
Welcome back. As you can see, the score is really close. Higher Ground, 5,180. Deacons have a 1,110 point lead at 6,290. But with Final Jeopardy, it can go either way. It all boils down to this, to see which one of these teams is going to move on to the championship to see if they can claim the crown. They've got to get this question right in Final Jeopardy. There's a category Dr. Judy will share. You're then going to wager your points and turn those in, and then I'll come back and give you the question.
All right, Deacons, Higher Ground. The Final Jeopardy category is Lost in Space.
Lost in space.
Make your wagers from that topic.
What you want to do with 2,000?
Why do we take so much joy out of this? I think just exposing people to things they're not familiar with. That's right. This is about them. This is about you. This is about making sure that the audience knows the Bible.
That's right.
It's a beautiful thing.
That's right. And kind of finding the answers to these trivia questions actually exposes you to some of the stories and some of the things in the Bible.
I don't know.
You've got 30 seconds to submit your point values.
It's all about the wager here.
Yeah, so it's not just about the think about the question. You got to figure out
That's right.
what the other team may wager.
That's right.
There's some strategy involved.
That's right. That's right.
Last year we saw how they took it over. Many teams that went down.
That's right. Think about how this game has gone. It started off with Higher Ground with a strong lead.
Ooh, child.
Goodness.
Gotta do something.
I have to hope for a Hail Mary.
All right.
All right.
Do we have point values submitted? All right. Are you ready for the question? Okay. Here's the question, and you will have 90 seconds to think of an answer. You'll submit your answer so that the other team doesn't hear it, and then we'll figure out who got it right, and based on your wager. So based on Lost in Space, here's your question. This prophet made an astrological allusion to the spherical shape and orbital path of the Earth. This prophet made an astrological allusion to the spherical shape and orbital path of the Earth. We'll see what they come up with right after this break. Everybody all right? We'll be back.
Everyone is invited to join us for our communion drive-thru on Saturday, July 16th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Virginia Theological Seminary, also known as VTS in Alexandria, Virginia. Remember, we continue to keep all COVID protocols in place. Therefore, please continue to wear your mask during this event. We look forward to seeing everyone on Saturday, July 16th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Virginia Theological Seminary, located at 3737 Seminary Road in Alexandria, Virginia.
Actually, my nerves are bad. This has been close and tight.
It has been.
The Deacons are only up by a little over 1,000. It's been a great competition. Let me say that both teams have been highly impressive. It's clear that you both read your Bibles, and all of you are looking at me like, Pastor, would you please get on with it, right? So it all boils down to this. One of these teams is going to go on to compete against music, worship, arts, or Sunday school, and one is going to get a free ride home after this.
That's correct. God loves you both, but God loves one of you a little bit more today.
So it all boils down to Lost in Space and whether they knew which prophet made an allusion to the spherical shape and orbital path of the earth. It depends on what they wagered. Let's find out what they put on the line. Let's see. The Deacons wagered 1,000. Higher Ground wagered 2,220. So if I do the math right, if Higher Ground is right, even if the Deacons are right, they're going to win.
That's correct.
But if they're wrong, well, you know what happens then, right? All right. Let's see what answer they put up, Dr. Judy. Who did they say?
Ezekiel.
The Deacons
the Deacon said Ezekiel.
All right. I wonder who Higher Ground said.
Interesting. Both teams said Ezekiel.
So, if Ezekiel is the answer, Higher Ground wins.
Really? Did we see the Deacons wager?
Yeah. And if the Deacons, whatever the answer is, if it's Ezekiel, they win.
All right.
If it's not Ezekiel, the Deacons win. Wow.
Let's see. What is the answer?
Dr. Judy, who in the Bible talked about the earth having a spherical shape and an orbital path?
This is a really tough one. It is a major prophet. So that means it's either Isaiah, Jeremiah, or Ezekiel. The answer is Isaiah.
Oh, you know what that means, Dr. Judy?
Yes.
The Deacons are moving on to the championship round. Higher Ground, I gotta tell you, you were fit for the fight, and we want to thank you. But ladies and gentlemen, the Deacons are moving on to the championship round. They prophesied it.
Yes, they did.
They almost lost it, but it came back. Do me a favor, everyone, as you're watching, help me thank God, first of all, for Higher Ground. This is an amazing team of those who teach our students. And now we got to congratulate the Deacons. We will see you all. Either Sunday school or music and worship arts is waiting on you. And we're going to find out which team that is next week as music and worship art goes against Sunday school to see who gets to stand up against the Deacons for the 2022 Championship of Verses. I'm Pastor Wesley.
I'm Dr. Judy.
And we'll see you for the finals on next week, everybody. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, reporting live after the first round of the semifinals. I'm here with the winners, the Deacons. Let's clap it up for them again for winning this episode. So you guys redeemed yourselves so far from last year. How do you feel, Allison?
I feel great. Do you?
Yes. It got I was a little worried at one point, right? It was a little shaky. It was like 600 something to maybe 3,000. But then was that a part of the plan? Was that, like you guys were?
No, not quite.
Not quite.
No, never part of the plan. Yeah, we were really nervous. Yeah.
Are you guys ready for next week, though, is the question?
Yes, we're ready.
You ready?
We're ready.
All right, well, you heard it here first. Make sure you tune in next week for the second round of the semifinals of Versus 2022.